Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here, and welcome to part 2 of my Dragon's Lair Arcade1Up review. Now we're going to take a good look at the hardware in the cabinet, see how it holds up just from a hardware point of view. You can see that we're going to need to cover all these screw holes, but look at the beautiful side art. It looks exactly like the original. The cabinet itself looks fantastic. It's made out of real wood. Here is the marquee, and people complained that it seemed like it was sort of low resolution, but it looked okay. Here's the control panel, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous artwork. It looks just like the real thing outside of the marketed Arcade1Up controls. Now the screen itself looks really good. It's 4:3 aspect ratio, just like the original. Great color, great brightness. I have nothing to complain about whatsoever. Coin door does not light up, nor does it do anything. It's just there for aesthetics, but that's okay. And the riser itself is durable, high quality, and it has a nice little Dirk graphic on the bottom. Now, as we travel up to the top, we have two front-firing speakers. They are very loud and they are very clear. Of course, this original source material isn't super high quality to begin with, but this is the real star of the cabinet right here. This beautiful scoreboard, which almost wasn't to be. They were going to have you stick your mobile device or a tablet or something in a hole to get that screen set up. And honestly, they really went the full meal deal. And this is a real working scoreboard. You can see as you start, you have 5 lives, and you have 1 credit in, and as you play the game, I took all the audio out just so that it wouldn't interfere, but you can see as you move, it definitely scores. Now, does it score accurate to the arcade game? That's something we're going to check out in part 3. But this scoreboard is absolutely beautiful. It's illuminated. It just adds a whole beautiful look to this already beautiful looking cabinet. It's really hard to go wrong with the aesthetics. Now here, the interface here, you can select between the 3 games, Dragon's Lair, Dragon's Lair 2, and Space Ace. Those are the only games that are here. And if you move down, you'll see that each game has its own settings. In this case, how many Dirks per credit, difficulty, and demo sound on or off. And these are, I don't know, the color scheme seems a little harder to read, but it's okay. You can set for unlimited for those of you just want to play the game through. If we go to Dragon's Lair 2 and take a look, we have very few here, Dirks per credit, and that's it. It's hard to believe that there's no further settings in there, but that's it. And for Space Ace, here's something rather unusual. You do have lives per credit, a difficulty level, the sound, but you also have something called skill level. Now, if you've played the original arcade game, when you started the game up, you would choose one of the 3 difficulty levels. In this version, you have to set it ahead of time. That's kind of a drag. It takes away a little bit of fun from it, but at the same time, it's still there and it's still available. The harder scenes aren't just more difficult, there's actually more scenes in these higher versions of Space Ace. So it's absolutely, let's take a peek here real quick. I want to show you one little niggle I have with the machine. So this is Space Ace in attract mode. Now, if you hold down the player 2 button for a few seconds, it will reset the game back to its attract mode. And this is what you would want it to do. However, you'll find out once you coin up, it sits on this screen forever. Now, you can try to reset the game by holding down the player 2 button, but it'll always come back to that screen and sit there. It means burn in, whatever. You never get that attract mode back. Now, if you hold down the 1 player button for a period of time, it will dump you back to the main menu of the cabinet, and then you could go back in and see the attract mode again. Obviously, we don't want that. We don't want it to sit on that title screen. We want it to run in attract mode. There is a way around it, but it is really tricky, and I'll do my best to show it to you. So essentially, once you coin up, or if you've played, right, if you were to hold the button down for a certain amount of time and let go of it to reset the cab, it will restart back to the attract mode. In this case, it did not. The trick appears to be to hold for exactly 3 seconds, not 4 seconds, not 5 seconds. But if you can hold it down just right, it will go back to the attract mode. Well, that'll wrap this one up. In our next video, we'll show you all the geek stuff, emulation accuracy, timing, and all that good stuff. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thanks for watching, and take care.